And The Flash 790 is written by Jeremy Adams with pencils by Roger Cruz, inks by Matt Banning and Wellington Diaz, colors by Luis Guerrero, and letters by Rob Lee. And this story begins with an alien race known as the Fraction entering Earth's atmosphere in preparation for their invasion. At the same time, Wally West is enjoying a barbecue with family and friends when they notice something in the sky. We then get the introduction to the other players in this story, beginning with Max Mercury, who's preparing to run into the future when he sees a descending ship, before cutting to Jesse Quick along with Our Man in a heated battle against Lion Mane. However, it's during this battle that everyone but Jesse freezes in place as she too takes notice of the descending ship. We continue with Wallace West, aka Kid Flash, surprising a band of criminals, but before he can take them out, Bart Allen, aka Impulse, comes in and does it himself. This leads to an argument between the two before they also see the ship. We then catch up with Jay Garrick, who is having a drink, reminiscing about the past and missing what was, before time stops all around him as well. At this time, Barry Allen is having lunch with Iris West, who wishes to discuss their future as she presents a box asking Barry to marry her. However, before Barry can initiate a response, time stops around him as well, when the descending vessel then crashes into the ground, sending shockwaves and explosions in which people have gotten hurt or worse. That includes Iris West, who lays motionless in Barry's arms. And all I can say about issue 790 is incredible. This was a setup issue that was done extremely well. We got the introduction to all of our heroes, we got the introduction to our villains. This issue effectively provided the reader all of the necessary information they need to get invested in the story. Because for one, it gives the reader a good idea of who these characters are, even if they may not have read them before. Such as Wally West. We find out that he's a family man, that they have another baby on the way, and I will say I love the fact that at this point in the story, Linda is finally showing. We find out that Max Mercury is on some kind of mission of his own. He's trying to get to the future, but at this point, we don't know why. Jesse Quick is part of a superhero powerhouse coupling with Our Man, and together the two are taking a bite at a crime. Through characterization, the book also demonstrates how Wally West and Bart Allen both kind of have similar personalities. They're the younger heroes that are a little more brash. There's maybe a little bit of a chip on their shoulders, and because of that, there ends up being competition between the two. Because Wallace was the one that wanted to stop the villain, but Bart came in before Wallace even had a chance. And I really liked the dialogue between the two. It was very punchy and snappy, and really just showed that as much as these two are at each other's throats right now, they're probably going to end up being friends by the end. And then there's Jay Garrick. Now, like the others, he had only a few pages to work with in this starting issue, but oh man, let me tell you, it is an effective use of those pages. Because between his thought boxes as well as what's being presented on the page itself, there's a lot going on here. Particularly how he feels just watching Jay sit at that bar alone, staring at a picture from the past. It's very informative in what kind of headspace he's in right now. We can see that he's tired, but he's still yearning for the past to a degree. He's a character who's past his prime, who may be towards the end of his own life. And because of that, although he's not going to be afraid to jump headfirst into battle, he might go out of his way to put himself in more harm, just because he may not value himself as high as he once did, and thinks, okay, you know, the youngsters have got more time than me, therefore if there's any sacrifice plays that have got to be made, I'm probably gonna be the one that does it. And then we can see Barry Allen. Now, he has had his relationship with Iris West for quite a while, but the two have not really committed to marriage or anything like that. They're in a committed relationship, but you know, no wedding bells have happened. Thus, Iris West is just putting her foot down and she's straight up asking, where are we going with our relationship? You know what? Let's get married. What's your answer? And I do think it was funny that Iris West was the one asking, because it's very on brand for her. She's a reporter. She knows what she wants, and damn it, she's gonna get it. Plus, Barry, you've got to say yes by the end of the story, because hey, We gotta get those tornado twins cooking. Wally West is on his third kid. Bro, time to play catch up. And because we get all of this really good information for our characters, you don't really need to read anything prior to picking up this issue. And in fact, maybe a good jumping on point if you want to start reading The Flash. Also, I really like this air of mystery that's surrounding the Fraction because we don't exactly know who they are or what it is that they particularly want just yet. All we do know is that they have conquered many worlds, and they do it so fast that worlds don't even have a chance to fight back. You could say that they conquer worlds in a flash. And it's also nice to see that Valiant loaned out Bloodshot for this particular story. And speaking of art, Fernando Pesaren has currently stepped aside, and we got Roger Cruz drawing this thing. And I really like the artwork in this book. It's got this really cool cinematic vibe to it, but also this like animation styled look as well that I think fits Jeremy Adams' writing style better. It almost kind of reminds me of, mid 2000s DC art, which that's an era I really enjoyed. The only time I ever thought anything was off with the art was this one shot of Jay where his face was, just a little weird. Like, I don't know if it's like the shape of his head, but it just didn't look quite right. But other than that, I don't have any real complaints. And there was also some really good visual moments in this book, particularly the last panel I found very haunting. Now, we know that Iris West is not going to be dead, or at least won't be dead by the end of this story, but yet it's still crushing to watch Barry Allen hold the love of his life just bloody and maybe a broken bone or two. And overall, I don't know how to praise this book any more than I am. I really enjoyed it. Like, this was the story that I've honestly been waiting for. It's a great setup that's captivating, gripping, and I'm just glad that this is going to be a bi-weekly story. If you haven't picked it out, go out to your local comic shop, get it, hurry, it's great. And with that, I'm gonna give The Flash issue 790 a 9.5 out of 10. So The Flash issue 790, what did you think about this book? If you've read it, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Please leave your comments in the comment section below. And if you like this video, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with some friends, subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and ring that notification bell for more comic book content. And if you're wondering what to watch next, consider one of these 2 videos. Alright, take care, have a great day, and as always, stay geeky.